Hi, I'm expecting a new Mac Mini today. My first new Mac since 2015. Because it's, there's no monitor, I've bought a Dell Ultrasharp 2724K USB-C hub monitor. And here's a quick unboxing. Sorry I haven't got the whole thing in, but that's just the way a cookie crumbles. I'm going to turn it around this way. Lots of cables. Warranty. Stickers. Can't see myself using them. Look in here. It's all very exciting, isn't it? Like, new stuff. Try not to break it. Oh, there we go, there's the main monitor bit. And presumably the stand. Stand. That's it, really. I missed out this bit, which is the actual base of the stand. It was under this bit here. Okay, well, here we come to the main event. What can I say? I can remember in the deep, distant past undoing a bra, or bras, and when you get to my age, this is about as close to that sort of thrill as you're ever going to get, because this is the first Mac I bought in 2015. So turn it over. Dun 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 dun. There you go. And the reveal tab here, yeah, very minimalist. I mean, this is going to be very short. It's a Mac Mini. I presume that tape comes off. Yeah, I'll do that in a bit. Designed by Apple in California. Stickers. Yes, silver sticker, power cord, and that is it. That's all you get. It's totally minimalist. Great. I've had the Mac Mini for 24 hours now, and I've set it up with this Dell 27-inch monitor. I had a few problems, right? One is when I connected the monitor to the Mac Mini, it didn't detect the monitor, and I was totally confused. I tried USB-C, I tried HDMI. I'm not exactly sure how I cured it, but at one of my frantic, panic-inducing attempts to get the two to talk to each other, it actually worked. I think I swapped the USB-C port on the back of the Mac Mini, tried again, and it came up, thank goodness. And I've since found, of course I didn't find this before I set it up, that this is actually quite a common problem, that the Mac Mini won't recognise some external monitors. And I'll put a link below to the web page I found, which outlines things you can try if that happens to you. I mean, rule one, don't panic, it is fixable. And another thing I found was that the display was awfully big. It looked like 1024 by 720 or something like that. And I was looking all over for the resolutions, and again I had to do an internet search to find it. And if you go to System Settings, Displays, and Option click on one of these things like Default, you get a list of resolutions. It was displaying at 1920 by 1080, that was it, and it looked awfully big. And I was a bit confused that, I knew it was 4K rather than 5K like it was on the old 2015 iMac, my old iMac, but it was awfully big, and I was sort of, this isn't right, what's happening? And given my problems with the actual first connection, that was puzzling, but I've overcome that now. I set up the Mac Mini with a a Time Machine backup from the iMac. Various things didn't cross over well, which I was expecting because I was moving from Intel to Apple Silicon. One of them is VirtualBox, which I haven't reinstalled yet. You can get a development version of VirtualBox that runs on Apple Silicon, so I'm going to be doing that later. Another thing that didn't cross over right was VideoProc. That was busted. And another thing that is completely mangled is my music library. If you go here, for instance, I can't. Right, it's not playing it, so I'm not going to hit any copyright problems. The song Astral Weeks could not be used because the original file could not be found. Would you like to locate it? Right, and all these they're completely wrong. Back in the USSR, I don't listen to the Beatles much recently. The song Back in the USSR could not be used. Right, so it's mangled my music library, which is which is going to take a hell of a lot. Is it playing these? No. You see, even the playlists I've set up, like Led Zepp here, it's lost the link to the files in the music library. So not sure what's going on there, but that is going to take an awful lot of time to set up properly. Quit music. Apart from that, now I've found the display resolution. Now I've found. Now I've got the connection problem sorted out, and I've replaced. Actually, let's just have a look at the apps, see if there's any more with crosses through them. No, can't see anything. I wonder if LibreOffice works, RJK. Let's try LibreOffice. Is that working? That's another one I thought might have problems. Well, it seems to be working fine. That's good. I can't see anything else that isn't. View scan. I don't even know what that was, to be honest. I know. Yeah, it's a scanning program. doesn't look like that's working. And yeah, I'll get rid of them. I never ever used it anyway, so it's probably one of those apps I should have deleted a long time ago. But there we go. Those are 24 hours in. Those are the problems. Now comes the big test, and the whole reason that I bought this Mac Mini is how is it going to crunch the 5K 360 degree files produced by the Insta360 One X2, because I was retiring, which I'm doing next week, fully, completely, finally retiring, getting my pension and all that, and a bus pass, which I'm really looking forward to. I got this because I'm intending to make a load more motorcycle videos, provide the old arthritis holds up and lets me ride. I intend to do that for as long as I can, and making videos on the Insta360 cam. Oh, that's another thing that went a bit wrong. The Insta360 Studio app. When I tried, I seem to have two now. The Insta360 Studio app, when I fired it up, said there's an update available. And then it went into this update loop. Whenever it updated, and then when I started again, it would again say it was there was an update available, there was an update available, there was an update available. And I overcame it by downloading a fresh copy from the Insta360 site, and it now has the latest version running. Let's see, get info, name extension, preview. Version 4.65, and this one is 4.61, so that one is going to get deleted. It's stuck on 4.61 even though I kept on doing the update, so I had to download a fresh copy, and it's left the 4.61 behind, so that's going. And that is about it. That's about all the problems I've had. That's 24 hours in, mind. But apart from that, it's going relatively smoothly. I did panic rather when the monitor wouldn't connect to the Mac Mini. And as I say, I'm not entirely sure what I did to correct it, but after about 20 panic-stricken attempts, it did it. And I do like this monitor, I must admit. You've also got, it's one of those ones where you can go into portrait mode if you like, so I can't think of a use for it, but it's nice to know. And it's got it's adjustable for height, tilt, what have you, and a fraction of the cost of a new Apple monitor. I just wasn't prepared to go that. It's just too much for a monitor, really. A Mac Studio and the new Mac monitor, way more money than I was prepared to spend, because they're not tax write-offs anymore. I'm going to be retiring, so and I didn't need all that power anyway, to be honest. I think the M2 Mac Mini will do me for, well, years. Okay, that's my first impressions of the Mac Mini, and now for the 5K test, and we'll see what happens. See you in a minute. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it there. I'll do the speed test against the iMac with the 5K 360 degree movie for another vid for YouTube, I think. Because I am coming up now to, it's 11:51, so I've nearly had this for exactly 24 hours. I've been doing other things. I mean, I haven't been totally dedicated to setting up this iMac. It took, a couple of hours to work out which programs, set it up, work out which programs are bust. Bit puzzled about the music library. That is definitely going to be a hassle. And instead of VirtualBox, I'm just watching a YouTube vid about UTM, which apparently allows me to run Windows 11 on this machine. Now I was thinking of keeping the iMac because it has Windows 10 on it, and it's not worth much now. It's 2015 model, so you know it's 8 years old now, so the value isn't great, and it's got a lovely 5K screen, and you know it can be useful for other things. But I think I'm going to look into that. But that's a whole other that's a whole other palaver, and it is coming up to 24 hours. So what else I want to say? I thought the on the 24th it was, you can track this through DHL. On the 24th it was picked up from the factory in Shenzhen at 7 in the evening. I could trace it all the way through. It was at Cheklapkok, then they flew to Bahrain, then they flew overnight to the East Midlands airport. Then it goes down to Bristol for the DHL distribution centre, and then is delivered to me. And the whole thing took from 7 o'clock on the 24th evening in Shenzhen to midday on the 26th to actually be in my hands, which I thought was incredibly impressive. And general overall impression so far, well, it's funnily enough, I love it. It's super quick, but I am looking forward to doing the 5K vid test. And after those little problems that I've overcome, the main one being the monitor and the music library, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much indeed for watching.